What is up, ADG traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my channel. So today is a Thursday, and you know what we do each and every Thursday. I share with you guys trading softwares, trading indicators, and trading robots that you can use and help yourself understand the market better, right? So today we're going to take a look at a very successful non-repaid forex trading indicator. So this indicator works for all forex pairs, and I'll explain how you are going to be using it and which pairs you should use this indicator on. We'll talk about everything that you need to know about this indicator. But before we go any further, kindly click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you are notified each and every time I post a video. I would also ask you to like the video so that uh, it will help me with the YouTube algorithm to reach others so that they get the same help that you've got, right? So just like the video, it's basically for free and it will help somebody else be able to find this video, right? If you're also new on this channel, remember we have a Telegram channel that you can join. The link is down below. We also have the link for my Instagram where you can follow me and you'll be able to get my posts and see what's happening at ATG, right? So let's get into today's business. What I have right here is a combination of very powerful strategies, very powerful indicators, sorry. As you can see, we have the stochastic, which is a very powerful indicator which tells us about the uh, market behavior. We know we'll be able to see when a pair is oversold, we'll be able to see when a pair is overbought, right? Also, the same indicator uh, shows us the support and resistance of a certain pair. We get to know where is the support level and where is our resistance level, right? And we also get to use a very powerful indicator called the Ichimoku, which has a cloud. I don't know if you can see the cloud uh, faintly in the background there, but there's a Ichimoku cloud. I'll explain further on it as we go. We also have um, arrows that indicate when you should be able to buy and when you should be able to sell, right? And lastly, we have a current strength measure, which tells you the strength of a currency at a particular point in time or in a day, right? So 0 being having the lowest strength and 10 being having the uh, highest strength at that moment, right? And then obviously 5 will be the middle point, basically just showing you that there's medium momentum, there's medium strength within that pair or that currency, right? So let's get into how you're going to use it. Some of the indicators are just for the computer to understand, but the ones that I mentioned are for you, the user, the end user, to understand, right? So I've been using this indicator, this collection of indicators, for quite some time, and I've been testing it. And you know, guys, if I bring it here, it means there's something great about it. So let's talk about how you trade using this indicator. I'm just going to outline how I like to use it, right? So you can use it from any time frame, from the 15-minute time frame or the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame. I'll then later explain which time frame is best. But for now, let's start from the 15-minute time frame and just see how it's been doing, right? So you basically have to follow indications from 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 the indicator, right? You'd want to buy when it pops up a blue arrow, and you'd want to sell when it pops up a red arrow. But there are some rules and some regulations that you have to follow within this indicator setup. As you can see, we talked about these horizontal painted regions being support level and the resistance levels, right? So you would want to buy, for instance, if your arrow is closer to the support or to the support level in that on that pair, right? For example, at this point, let me get maybe something to go with an arrow. Okay, let me just say at this point. I can't find anything to use. Okay. For example, at this point, we received an arrow, a blue arrow pointing up. At the same time, we were closer to our support levels, right? Once that is done, you enter into your buy. You enter into your buy trade. And the other thing that you have to pay attention to is the currency strength meter. Before you look for a pair to trade or before you look for a pair to buy, check on your currency strength meter how strong that pair is behaving at a particular moment. So let's say if you want to trade AUD USD, check how AUD USD strength is, and also check the USD side strength is, right? By doing that, you'll be able to know how volatile the pair you're about to trade is behaving that day. You'll be able to get a nice setup, or you should be able to get a nice confirmation whether you should enter the trade or not. So probably at this point, if you had checked, you would find out that the strength is not that much high. That's why we only had this small movement going up to this point. It wasn't big. It was just a small movement, right? A small movement from this point to this region. And that is because probably there was no much strength at the strength index, at the strength meter, right? Unlike, let's say, for example, this position, there was a huge sell setup, and you'd find out that probably the currency strength was very high, and we managed to get this downward movement, which was a lot. So you find out that these short movements are because the currency strength is weak at that point, and you find short movements. Obviously, the opposite is true for selling. You want it to be closer to this to the resistance level, and you wait for a red arrow to enter, and at the same time, don't forget your currency strength, right? At this point, with a nice buy setup, went all the way up to where? To somewhere here. This was the highest price level that it reached, right? So this is the 15-minute time frame, and you can see how it's behaving. This is a non-repaint indicator, right? Which means the moment it tells you buy, it will not remove that arrow because the market later on sold. As you can see at this point, we had a blue arrow pointing up, but it immediately failed and it did not remove this arrow, which means it does not repaint, right? If it misses, it misses. It does not shift the arrow to the next position. Recently, we had a nice buy coming up here, and it went all the way up. Okay, you can use it even in a 1 hour time frame. You can see how it's behaving in the 1 hour time frame. Same scenarios. Or you'd wonder where these support and resistance. The support and resistance only occur closer to the current market price, right? So you get a support and resistance closer to the current market price. So don't worry about it. It will probably tell you the closest support and the closest resistance within the current market price. Okay, but I like to use this indicator in the 4-hour time frame. Why? Because I get more accurate and bigger trades to take. Right, as you can see, the moment I get this red arrow, I know for the next 4 hours I will be in profit. Why? Because if you have noticed, from what I've noticed from this indicator is sometimes it gives you these small impulse moves, but the moment this arrow pops up, there is a strong movement that is going to happen. Right, there's a strong movement that is going to happen, and they try to capitalize on that strong movement. So I like to go to the 4-hour time frame and just know that once I get my arrow from the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to trade for the next straight 4 hours and I'll be in profit, and then I exit. So I know most of you are wondering, so when is the exit point? This is a strategy. This is how I strategize with this indicator. Remember, I'm not the one that programs these indicators. I also get them from some people, but this is how I then interpret them to fit my trading style, right? So like I said, I go to the 4-hour time frame, or you should also try this. Go to the 4-hour time frame. Once you get an once you get an arrow, whether it's a buy or it's a sell, maximize on that arrow. Maximize on that arrow for the next 4 hours, because you are definitely sure that that 4-hour candlestick is going to be either bearish if it's a red arrow pointing down, or bullish if it's a blue arrow pointing down. So maximize on that. Put a lot of float sizes and just grab the opportunity. Exit after 4 hours and leave the market. Right. So that's how I use this indicator. If you are a little bit dicey, you can go on the daily time frame with it, do the same scenario, but then you should now remember that the daily time frame candlestick takes time to mature. It takes 24 hours basically, and you would have to give it those 24 hours to open and close, right? So that is all for today. I will leave this indicator in my Telegram channel. The link is down below. You can join it. Remember to like this video so that others can get the opportunity to see the same video. Until next time.